Okay. Hey guys, my name's NorDania. I'm 25 years old. I'm originally from the Cayman Islands, a really tiny island in the Caribbean, but I've been living in London for about 7 years now. Um, by day, I'm a marketing practitioner. By night, I'm a cat mom, probably eating snacks, planning my next holiday and adventure. I've been working with Corey and Kyan for about the past 3 years now, mainly focusing on projects to do with youth development and mentorship. And I think you guys should listen to this podcast if you're a young person, particularly a young person of color living in London. And if you're interested in hearing discussions about issues that affect us today. Yeah.
Hi guys, how's it going? It's Romario here. I'm 21, born and raised in the UK. Born in North London, now residing in West London. My day job consists of two things. I work with a lot of young people for an organization called Youth Engagement Solutions. The second sort of part of my job is football coaching. At the moment, I'm a manager for a team called Crickled Wanderers. So I'm managing their reserve side and just looking to bring younger players into the environment of semi-professional football. Football is actually probably my number one passion from a young age. I'm a big Man United fan. My hobbies mostly consist of hanging out with friends. I do love gaming as well. I actually just started becoming a Twitch streamer, so I'm gonna have some fun with that and see how that goes. And I think you should definitely listen to this podcast. I'm someone that I love to hear views from other people, and I'm always up for just any sort of conversation and just to share my views. So I hope you guys enjoy what we
Right.
bring.
Okay, guys. So we have a couple of intro questions. Obviously, this is our first podcast. So, I mean, why not get to know your hosts? So the first question, Romario, I'll ask you.
All right, cool.
What was the best vacation you've ever taken and why was it the best?
Boy, I mean, I haven't really taken that many vacations. To be honest, I think there's two. There's one where I went to Barbados. When I was much younger, I went there for a month. I just remember like warm weather. The sky was always blue and there was
Mm.
thunderstorms at night. But it was just a relaxing time. Yeah, that's the best one I can remember. I'm a bit of a workaholic, so vacations don't really exist in my
Oh
vocabulary.
man.
Yeah, just one of those ones. I prefer to work. I think I'm that guy. I'll take vacations once I'm much more like established in life and things can sort of take care of themselves without me having to put too much work in. Um,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. What about you though? What's the best
Yeah.
vacation you've taken?
For me, well, I really, really enjoy traveling. Like that and traveling and food are two of my passions. Um, so it's hard to say. I like one of my best holidays or best vacations or trips in general, should I say, was
Hmm.
in Croatia. It was just something that I'd never experienced before. The climate was amazing, which I'm not used to in, finding places in
Hmm.
Europe that actually seem really warm and
Hmm.
with bodies of water that I actually want to swim in. But I actually swam in Croatia, so it was really nice. Everyone was really friendly as well, which is something that I was a bit hesitant about, traveling there for the first time. But yeah, I would definitely go back again. And another of my favorite trips would hands down be to the Gambia, where I actually went with Corey and Kyan in 2018, so a couple years back.
Hmm.
It was just amazing. It reminded me so much of Jamaica, so much of home, between the people, the food, the climate, the culture, how loving everyone is. Yeah, I loved it.
Nice, nice. I'm guessing this is where we move on to the second question, Poppy.
Yeah.
Or Daniel.
Yeah.
All right,
So
cool.
your turn.
Yep. So, no, Daniel, question for you. So, how do you pick yourself back up after you feel you've made a mistake?
Ooh, that's a good question. And we haven't seen these questions beforehand, guys. So
Yeah,
we are thinking about these on the spot. These are genuine answers. How do I pick myself back up after I feel like I've what? Sorry?
made a mistake.
Made a mistake. I think the first thing to do that I do is acknowledge it because I'm someone who feels very awkward on the inside sometimes. And I
Hmm.
find out that it's much easier for me to get over something or be able to face something if I just deal with it, accept it, like, oh God, I messed up. Okay, deal with that awkward feeling. And then what? Depending on how I messed up, like let's say it's something to do with work, I would, tell my manager or, just ask for help really,
Hmm.
I try to not be afraid to ask for help and support because that's
Yeah.
something that I wasn't good at in the past. So I think that if you mess up, just ask for help and admit that you've messed up. But if it's something, maybe a bit more tedious, not work related, but I still feel quite embarrassed about it, I'll probably just listen to some music, get over it, eat
Mm.
some ice cream, the usual.
Food's always an option. Always an option.
Yeah,
All the time.
exactly. What about you?
Um, like you said, because it's on the spot, it's kind of it's a weird question to answer. But I guess I mean like with anything in life, really, that mistakes are kind of part of the process. Like in my head,
Exactly.
that's what kind of just makes me human. Do you know what I mean? I think especially me, sometimes I expect too much perfection. And when a mistake happens, I get overly annoyed when like there was really nothing I could do about it. And I think for me, I'm not really too worried about mistakes, but more how quickly I recover
Yeah.
from those mistakes. And yeah, just kind of taking time to just sort of like reflect. Okay, I'm like what went wrong or what went not so well, and like yeah, just like how can I make that situation better? And it's something that I'm still working on now. I'm
Hmm.
definitely not, a professional at that, but that sort of like helps ease like that sort of healing process after making a mistake so much more.
Yeah, no, 100% agreed. Um, okay, next question. Let's check in this really quickly. This is a nice one. What makes you feel at peace?
Damn. I mean, it depends. For me, peace isn't. It doesn't really come from anything like external or material. Like
Yeah,
things, like things like
agreed.
money, having, like a nice room or a nice gaming console or anything like that. I think for me, like peace just comes from like me just being well with myself and knowing
Hmm.
that I am doing everything in my power to just make sure I improve every day. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
waking up, having that strong mindset to just really go at the day, knowing that there's going to be, like we just discussed before, knowing that there's going to be mistakes that are going to be made. There's going to be, those problems. But yeah, just having that sort of mentality to just really go out and conquer things. Like that
yeah,
really just like that allows me to like put my head on my pillow and just feel at ease, no matter how hard or easy the day is really.
yeah,
But yeah, for me, yeah, peace, yeah, it's definitely something that comes from within rather than things that are around me. What about you?
yeah. No, I agree with what you're saying. Like, it's definitely, peace is definitely something that comes from within. Like, external factors can only do so much. So I think I'm most at peace when I'm in a good space mentally.
Hmm.
So normally that means I'm not stressing about work or other commitments, which probably means I've organized my thoughts, organized
Hmm.
my actions. Maybe I've gotten things on my to-do list ticked off for that day or that week, so I'm
Mm.
no longer stressing about it, and my mind is just able to relax.
Yeah.
I would say I'm definitely at peace, or one way that I try to, bring peace into my space and in my life is by like lighting some incense in my room, tidying my room, like having a tidied room and like a freshly spread bed. I feel like that really relaxes me. You just like sit back, maybe have some tea.
Hmm.
I feel like even talking about it right now, I feel so much calmer. Yeah, so that's one of my moments, when my room's clean, I'm at peace. My room's clean and my head is organized. I'm at peace.
No, that's nice. That's nice. So next question. I believe this is the last question as well. Which of your personality traits are you most proud of? That's a deep one.
Ooh.
That is a deep one. By the way, guys,
What is?
like Nordy said, this is the first time I'm reading this question. So even me, that's a
Yeah.
oof, boy.
Hmm. Which of my personality traits am I most proud of?
Yeah.
I think I think I'm a very patient and understanding person. And
Mm,
that's something that I really do like about myself because I feel like it allows me to speak and interact with people from like not only different walks of life, but like different backgrounds or people that have
mhm,
different interests. I don't know, like growing up, I'm 25 now. And growing up, I've always had friends or friend groups that could not be friends with one another for whatever reason, but I could be friends with all of them. And I think it's because I just try to be understanding of other people. Like, a lot of my friends are very different to me, but once you don't pressure me to, be into what you're into, I can respect your differences, and I'm not going to try and change them.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't try to change them either.
Mm.
Yeah. So I think that's my favorite quality
Mm.
about myself. What about you?
Honestly, as you were speaking, I was just trying to find something.
Should have given you more time.
I mean, I think besides me, having like a really strong mentality to like work hard and want to achieve things, I think one I would say I'm most proud of is probably the fact that I can be very open and approachable. And having that trait has allowed me to like meet and make like but yeah, meet loads of new people.
Yeah.
um I've had experiences where, like, for example, when I was working with Corey, or working beside them, like going to places like Germany, and like not knowing the language, not knowing anyone there. It was literally just me, Odiri, and someone else, and then like within a few hours I'm having like the time of my life, because that sort of openness and like a
Yeah.
yeah, just being able to just be someone that people can like talk to. And yeah, I kind of just find ways to relate to people, and yeah, that's always kind of just taken me places, I guess. But yeah, that's such a deep question. Like, that's
Yeah.
not something I think about a lot, like, yeah. But I
Yeah,
guess,
I
yeah.
think that's why I like that question though. It made me kind of evaluate myself a little bit.
Yeah, that's one thing, by the way, that we don't do enough. I think self-evaluation, as much as people talk about it, I think the ratio between the people that talk about it and the people that actually do it is too different. It's
Yeah,
definitely something that we need to do more.
that's true. That's true. And sometimes I feel like people worry about, appearing to remain modest. So you don't really
Mm,
want to talk about the good qualities about yourself because you
yeah.
feel like you sound cocky. And I understand that there is a fine balance between the two, but it is good to acknowledge your strengths,
Hmm.
because you have to believe in yourself first,
Hmm.
really.
No, of course, I agree 100%.
I'm riding lions on the African plain. Niggas know what I'm saying. You need to know what I'm saying.